What do you get when you mix a Super Bowl winning father, a relentless pursuit of soccer, and a journey from Florida to La Liga? Meet Alexander Michael Freeman.
Hey, it's Garrett here, feeling pumped to dive into today's topic.
And I'm Leah, excited to explore this intriguing story with you all. Welcome to Laid Back Learning with Leah and Garrett.
Today, we're talking about Alexander Michael Freeman, a rising star in the world of soccer. I once tried out for my high school soccer team and did not make it, a bit of a bruise to the ego. So hearing how Freeman got turned down by Inter Miami's academy and then used that as fuel to reach Orlando City La Liga and the U.S. national team kind of hits different. It's a reminder that a no can be a not yet if you keep going.
Let's set the scene. Alexander Michael Freeman is an American soccer player who can play right back, right winger, or center back. Quick definitions. Right back is a defender on the right side, right winger is an attacker who stretches the field on that flank, and center back is the central defender who organizes the back line. He plays for Villarreal in Spain's La Liga, which is Spain's top division, and for the United States men's national team, often called the USMNT.
He's like a Swiss Army knife on the pitch, adaptable and useful in a bunch of different game states. If a team needs width and crossing, he can push high like a winger. If they want defensive solidity, he can sit deeper as a fullback. And for the U.S., he has even been used as a third center back in a back three. That flexibility reduces risk for coaches, especially in tournaments when you need options.
Playing style-wise, think playmaking fullback who loves to attack the penalty area. He uses speed and height to be a threat in the box and to defend physically. In 2024 with Orlando City B, he led the team in assists and total goal contributions. Then in 2025 with Orlando City's first team, he added 6 goals across competitions. For a defender, that is pretty wild output. All right, here's where we begin. Freeman was born in August 2004 in Baltimore, Maryland, and grew up in South Florida. That move mattered because South Florida has strong youth programs and competitive leagues that can really sharpen a player early.
His first coach was his stepfather, Jake Hinkle. Having a family member who can teach fundamentals and drive daily discipline sets the tone. You get those early reps and a standard for what good practice looks like.
And his mother, Rochelle, is a big influence too. She's a Liverpool supporter and jokingly calls him her little Trent Alexander-Arnold, which is basically saying, be creative from right back and impact the attack. That nickname foreshadows his style quite a bit.
He attended American Heritage School in Plantation, Florida, while training at a high level. That required serious time management because you're balancing school and what is essentially a pre-professional schedule.
Before Orlando, he spent 3 seasons with Weston FC Academy, a well-regarded youth club in South Florida. Then came a key figure, Javier Carrillo, one of his coaches at Weston. Carrillo encouraged him to try out for Orlando City's academy despite the distance and the uncertainty during COVID.
Here's a twist. He tried out for Inter Miami's academy and did not get selected. That could have ended the dream for some players. Instead, it became a motivator to pursue Orlando City's pathway, which has a history of signing homegrown players. Homegrown means an MLS club signs a player developed in its own academy directly to the first team.
Because of the distance and the pandemic, Rochelle allowed him to live with another academy player's family when he joined Orlando City's academy in 2020. That is a big trust decision, and the stability in that new home helped him settle into the routine quickly.
He turned 16 in August 2020, and it was his first birthday away from family, emotionally tough but necessary for growth. Then 2021 arrived, and he exploded with Orlando's U17s, 30 appearances, 8 goals, 15 assists, and the inaugural MLS Next Cup U17 title. Quick clarification, MLS Next Cup is a youth championship, while MLS Next Pro is the pro development league for reserve teams.
That same year, he also attended a U.S. Youth Regional Identification Camp. Those camps are like national team tryouts for top prospects. They gave him a sense of where he stood among his peers and what the international bar looked like. Switching gears just a little, the middle of his story is all about rising through obstacles. He makes the jump to Orlando City's academy after the Inter-Miami rejection, then lives away from home during COVID. That's a lot for a teenager to shoulder. But the results came fast.
In February 2022, Orlando City signed him to a 4-year homegrown deal with an option year. The club saying, "We see the ceiling here." By March 2022, he debuted for Orlando City B in MLS Next Pro in a 2-0 win over Chicago Fire 2, logging 19 appearances and 3 assists that season with the reserve side as he built senior speed comfort.
Internationally, 2022 was busy. He got US U19 call-ups from coach Marko Mitrovic for games in Marbella, Spain, started in wins over England and Norway, then went to the Slovenia Nations Cup and scored his first international goal against Malta. The US beat Croatia and Scotland to win that event. A lot of good experience packed into 1 year.
Then 2023 kept the momentum going. In March 2023, he scored his first pro brace for Orlando City B in a 2-1 win over Huntsville City, and he made his MLS debut in April 2023 as a late sub against LA Galaxy. With OCB that year, he tallied 25 appearances, 4 goals, and 3 assists. You can see the end product building season by season.
He also earned a US U23 selection in late 2023 for the Pan American Games under coach Michael Insien. That tournament brought real knockout vibes. He assisted a winner against Honduras, and the team reached the knockouts before losing to hosts Chile. That kind of pressure prepares you for senior environments later.
In 2024, with Orlando City B, he really popped. 26 appearances, 8 goals, 9 assists, led the team in assists and total goal contributions, picked up MLS Next Pro Player of the Month in September, and Player of the Match Week honors. That confidence carried straight into 2025 with the first team.
In March 2025, he got his first-team start for Orlando City against Toronto FC and scored in the 35th minute. Later that month, he registered an assist and scored a header off a Martin Ojeda free kick in a 4-1 win over DC United. Those were not just cameos, those were momentum shifters.
The national team door opened in May 2025. Coach Mauricio Pochettino called him into camp, then he made the Gold Cup roster in June. He started a friendly against Turkey, then made his competitive debut in a 5-0 Gold Cup win over Trinidad and Tobago, and went on to start 6 straight games, the youngest to do so for the U.S. in that tournament run to the final.
And the club accolades stacked up. He became the youngest ever MLS All-Star in 2025, participated in the All-Star Skills events, and by late 2025 he won MLS Young Player of the Year and made the MLS Best Exign. He also clocked in at number 2 on the 22 under 22 list, which ranks the best players in the league aged 22 or younger.
He also showed that clutch gene in September 2025, scoring late equalizers in back-to-back games, first at DC United and then against FC Cincinnati. That timing and aerial presence in crowded boxes became a real pattern.
Internationally, November 2025 was a major moment. In a 5-1 win over Uruguay, he scored a brace and was man of the match, later earning a Player of the Year nomination for the national team. That's a strong way to announce yourself at the senior level. Now the resolution phase. In January 2026, he transferred to Villarreal in La Liga on a 6-year deal, reportedly for up to $7 million. Transfer fee means the amount a buying club pays to acquire a player's registration from the selling club. It set a club record for an Orlando City homegrown.
He got international clearance in late January 2026 and was on the bench immediately. Clearance is basically governing body approval, so a player can be registered to play in a new country. Then in February 2026, he debuted as a sub in a 4-1 win over Espanyol, and by April 2026, he earned his first start in a 2-1 win over Celta Vigo, winning all 5 of his duels, a spotless duel record in your first La Liga start, which is pretty legit.
He stayed in the U.S. picture the whole time. March 2026, call-ups for friendlies against Belgium and Portugal kept him integrated, and in May 2026 he was named to the World Cup roster, becoming the first Orlando City Academy product to play at a World Cup. That's a milestone for him and a banner moment for the Orlando pathway.
At the World Cup in June 2026, he assisted Giovanni Reyna in a 4-1 win over Paraguay. Those 4 goals were the most the U.S. has scored in a single World Cup match. Then later that month, he scored his first competitive goal for the U.S., a header to seal a 2-0 win over Australia and clinch a knockout berth. That is production on the biggest stage.
By the end of the 2025-26 season, he had 9 La Liga appearances for Villarreal, and for the national team he was on 19 caps and 3 goals through mid-2026. Add up his club totals across Orlando City B, and Villarreal, and you get 123 appearances and 18 goals. For someone listed as a defender, that is noteworthy. Let's talk about an open question. The transfer fee to Villarreal was reported as up to $7 million, but the exact structure wasn't publicly disclosed. Add-ons or sell-on clauses are common, so numbers can vary based on performance. And then there's the debate about risk. Was moving months before a home World Cup risky for his playing time and roster chances, or a smart development move?
I lean strategic. La Liga gives you higher tempo and more varied tactical asks. If you pass that test, you sharpen faster. He got on the bench 2 days after clearance, debuted within weeks, and started by April with excellent duel numbers. That suggests the staff trusted him. To me, that's proof the move didn't stall him. It accelerated him.
I get that, but here's my why. Why take the chance of sitting behind an established starter in Spain right before a World Cup year when MLS minutes were steady and growing? Consistent minutes are like oxygen for form. If those had dipped, it could have impacted confidence or sharpness heading into camp.
Totally fair. The counter is squad versatility reduces selection risk. He can play right back, right wing, or as that third center back. Managers like Mauricio Pochettino have more ways to use him. So even if club minutes fluctuate a bit, his multi-role value keeps him in the national team mix. And given he did get La Liga minutes pretty quickly, the worst case didn't play out.
That's a solid point, and his quick integration likely calmed concerns. Bench right away, debut within days, start by April. Those milestones would tell national team staff he was training and competing at a high enough level to stay sharp. So maybe the risk was real in theory, but in practice it was managed well. Pop culture moment worth noting. In 2025, he took part in the MLS All-Star Skills Challenge alongside IShowSpeed, the internet personality known for high-energy streams. That kind of crossover brings a soccer player to a broader audience. Plus, his mom calling him her little Trent Alexander-Arnold is such a charming bit of soccer lore.
Counterfactual time. What if Inter Miami's academy had accepted him back then? Different coaching voices, different depth chart, and maybe a different timeline. Orlando City has a clear pipeline from academy to Orlando City B to first team, and that corridor seemed to fit him stylistically and in terms of opportunity windows.
Right. If he stayed in Miami's system, maybe he wouldn't have gotten the same immediate responsibility or trust at the right time. That 2021 U17 title and the 2024 Orlando City B breakout were springboards. Without those exact moments, the 2025 first-team surge might not have aligned so neatly. You could see a slower debut, fewer minutes, or even a different position focus.
And if the momentum changed, the January 2026 move to Villarreal might not happen on that timeline or for that reported fee. It's like changing one gear in a watch. Everything downstream shifts. Maybe he still reaches Europe, but later, or to a different league. The Orlando chapter felt like the precise puzzle piece he needed.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep exploring and stay curious.